Good afternoon. You're watching SCTV. Today's the 23rd of January, 2026. We're here in the Thunderdome to watch the Nemaha Central Thunder. The boys are 7-6 on the season, getting set to take on the Hiawatha Redhawks. They are 11-2. This is the third place game of the Thunder Classic. Game was supposed to be played tomorrow, but they moved them up to today, so to avoid the snowstorm and get teams situated and home after all that. So here we are getting ready with the starting lineups. Nemaha Central Lady Thunder having lost the game earlier for third place to the Troy Lady Trojans 50-37. Here we go with the starting lineups. For Hiawatha, 5'11" senior, number 5, Carson Henry. For Nemaha Central, 6' senior, number 12, Leighton Thomas. For Hiawatha, a 6' senior, number 15, Ethan Morton. For Nemaha Central, 5'11" senior, number 22, Carter Hike. For Hiawatha, a 5'10" senior, number 23, Michael Jensen. And for Nemaha Central, a 6'1" senior, number 24, Jackson Haverkamp. For the Redhawks, 6'6" junior, number 25, Braylon Siebenmorgan. And for Nemaha Central, 6'4" senior, number 33, Jack Mackey. And lastly, for the Redhawks, 6'4" senior, number 52, Lane Kessler. And for Nemaha Central, 6'4" junior, number 35, Caleb Smelsley. Head coach for the Redhawks is Brady Jasper. Assistant coaches Jeff Moore and Brian Lay. Head coach for Nemaha Central, John Thomas. Assistant coaches Kelly Williams and Ben Steinloggy. We'll have this game underway in just a few moments. Okay, they are going to do the national anthem here in this third place game. We have the Nemaha Central Pep Band here to do that. So here we are. There you have the national anthem from the Thunder Band. This game will be underway here in just a few moments. First time these two teams will meet this season. I'm not sure on the rest of the schedule, but I know they'll meet at least one more time, if not twice. Brady Jasper has coached this boys team for a few years now, and he's just progressively gotten them better for Hiawatha. And I believe it's his wife or relation is coaching the girls, has done the same. Hiawatha controls the tip to start the game. Morton over to Kessler. Gets it off to Jensen. Jensen on the far wing. They feed it down the Tried to get it down to Kessler, and he couldn't hang on. Turned it over. Smelsley with the ball on the far side. Down high to Thomas. Comes to the near side to Hike. Smelsley. Haverkamp. Haverkamp off to Hike. Hike. Top of the key. You're in the lane. Out to Haverkamp. Now to Smelsley. Back to Haverkamp. Skip pass to Hike. He'll come to the near side. Hands off. Now to Smelsley. Smelsley drives in the lane. Pulls up for that jumper. Missed. Rebound pulled down by Morton. Going the other way. There's Henry. Had an easy lane to the glass for two. Hike steps back. Now kicks off to Haverkamp. He'll try it for three. That one's going to miss. Haverkamp with a rebound. Goes back up and has it blocked or knocked away out of bounds. Hike to inbound the ball. Gets it into Smelsley. Swinging over to Haverkamp. Now to Hike on the far wing. Now to Thomas. Smelsley. Smelsley drives. Kicks back. Thomas will try the three. That one's going to miss. Rebound grabbed by Siebenmorgen with a definite height advantage at 6'6". Morton to Siebenmorgen. Comes to the near side to Henry. Henry feeds it down to Siebenmorgen. Trying to work his way in. Oh, he pushed off a little to make some room and didn't get a call. Drops it in for two. You see he leaned into Smelsley to separate himself and then stepped back for the shot. Smelsley has it poked away by Henry. Henry off to Siebenmorgen. And the layup good. And the Redhawks out to a 6-0 lead. Smelsley kicks out. Thomas into the lane. Gets a shot up and doesn't get the bounce. And a rebound goes to the Redhawks. Out to Morton. Morton up the near side. Morton comes down to the baseline. Tries to go up with a shot, and it's knocked away out of bounds by Mackey. The inbound to Kessler. They give it to Morton. Now over to Siebenmorgen. He'll pull up for the three. That one's going to be short. And it picked up on the low side there by Jensen. He went with a shot and missed, and now they're going to get a foul call on number 52, Lane Kessler. His first team. Hike. Take it over to the far wing. Hike will drive in, kicks back. Mackey now to Haverkamp. Haverkamp gets it off to Mackey. Comes up around underneath. Nice reverse move underneath from Mackey. That was pretty. The first field goal of the game for Nemaha Central, 6-2. Morton with the ball. Morton from the free throw line. Puts the shot up, is going to miss. Rebound Mackey. And he'll bring it up the floor. Ahead to Thomas. Thomas on the far wing. Gives it to Hike. Hike to Smelsley. Smelsley will pull up for the three. Good! Caleb Smelsley gets a good start. A 1-point lead for Hiawatha. Morton to Jensen. Jensen draws a crowd. Blocked and taken away. Hike with the ball up the far sideline. Hike going all the way to the glass. Kicks back, trying to look for Mackey and missed him. Jensen running the floor. Gives off to Morton. Morton with a shot and missed. Around to Siebenmorgen, up with a shot and good. Siebenmorgen with 6 of the 8 points for Hiawatha. Smelsley sends it over to Hike. Hike Swings around over to the near side to Smelsley. Now to Haverkamp down low. Mackey, top the key or free throw line, missed. Rebound goes to Henry. Eight to 5 in favor of Hiawatha. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3 substitutions headed to the table for Nemaha Central. 3 from Henry is good. Carson Henry with 5 points. Smelsley pulls up from the free throw line, left it short. Rebound goes to Morton. Hiawatha back up by 6. Siebenmorgan kicks off to Kessler. Up with a shot and good for 2. Hiawatha's lead at 8. Into the lane. Up with a shot was Thomas. Had it blocked. Came down and Haverkamp tied it up with the Hiawatha. Looks like we're having some substitutions. Hiawatha, no, Nemaha Central will have the ball. So Mackey, Hike, and Thomas will come out. Scholehant, Strothman, and Seitz into the game. Haverkamp and Smelsley will stay in. And it's knocked away on the inbounds and taken away by Hiawatha. Morton over to number 21, Gilbert, now to Jensen. Henry to Jensen. Morton, runner, off the glass, good. And the Redhawks out to a 10-point lead. Smelsley kicks back out. Strothman to Smelsley, near side. Smelsley will pull up for another 3. That one's going to miss. Strothman high for the rebound. Loose on the floor and a pile of bodies for the jump ball call. Hiawatha will get possession. Hiawatha with 9 straight points. They swing it over to number 22 for a 3-ball miss. Rebound, Strothman. That was Moore with a try, 3-point try. Strothman in the lane, up with a shot. Too strong, miss, knocked out, and off the hands of Scholehant. Hands off to Jensen. Jensen running the floor with a layup. Scholehant. Scholehant in the lane, pulls up for the quick jumper. That one's going to miss. Seitz trying to come down with the rebound. It's tied up. And a jump ball call. This possession goes to Nemaha Central this time. Henry will check back in as Jensen will come out. They'll throw it in to Seitz. Scholehant had a heck of a game last night, 17 points off the bench. There's a nice drive by Caleb Strothman for 2. Down by 10 now, 25 seconds of counting. Hiawatha will play for the last shot here. $15 seconds. 10 seconds. Morton will try the deep 3. Missed. Almost got it to fall. Haverkamp with the loose ball. Up the floor with a shot, and that's going to be no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. Hiawatha with a 10-point lead, 17-7 over Nemaha Central. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second 8.
Building a new home or remodeling existing space? Consider Cook Cabinets, manufactured in the U.S. and available in 45 states. With 14 different wood species, 40 different finishes, and a variety of different door styles, we offer endless options to bring your vision to life. Contact a Cook Cabinet dealer today and start creating the home of your dreams.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. I'd like to recognize some sponsors for our station. We have United Bank and Trust, Saints Peter and Paul Catholic Church, Nemaha Valley Motors, Cook & Company, SBS Insurance, and CNB Custody. SCTV would like to thank our sponsors for supporting us, helping bring local programming to the community.
Turning to Redhawks out of timeout, number 25, Brandon Seaman. Returning to the Thunder line, number 12, Leighton Thomas.
Leighton Thomas is back in. Smelsley will catch a breather. Let's see. We've got Schulte, Thomas, Hike, Seitz, and Strothman on the floor for Nemaha Central. Redhawks with the ball. Moore over to Morton. Near side, Henry skipped to the corner to Moore. Back out. Morton will try the three and misses. Rebound. Loose ball grab by Seitz. Seitz off to Strothman. Thomas over to Schulte. Strothman to Seitz. Now to Hike. Hike will drive. Blocked by Henry. Morton skips to the corner. Henry to the wing. Back out. Morton back to Henry near side. Down to the low post trying to find Seaman Morgan, and it was tipped away out of bounds by Nemaha Central. Inbound, Moore for three, missed. Rebound, Seitz. Trying to get it up the floor to Schulte. An ill-advised pass, picked off. Morton, near side. Skips it over to Henry, far side. Now to Seaman Morgan. Seaman Morgan in the lane, or shy of the lane, puts up the jumper. Good for two. Seaman Morgan with 8 points. Schulte. Strothman to Seitz. Now to Hike. Hike drives, gets his man in the air, gets them both in the air, up with a shot. Good. Hike. Learning from the last time, he tried to do that, got the shot blocked. Instead, this time gets his defenders in the air. Ten-point lead, 19-9. Morton to the corner. Moore back to Morton, now to Seaman Morgan. To Morton. Zone defense from the Thunder. Seaman Morgan down on the baseline. Turnaround jumper in the lane, missed. Rebound goes to Seitz. Now off to Thomas. He'll push up the floor. Thomas down the lane, up with a shot, missed. Rebound pulled down by Seaman Morgan. Now off to Morton. Henry. Morton to Seaman Morgan, top of the key, deep, three ball on the way. He's going to miss. Long rebound, tracked down by by Ross. And another shot up. That one misses into the hands of Hike. Hike down the lane, up with a shot. Couldn't get it to spin up there. He's looking to be contested. There's Ross running the floor. The layup good, and a foul on Strothman. First foul called on the Thunder coming into second quarter. 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to go. Mackey checks into the game. Smelsley's in as well. It looks like Jordan Lewis is getting set to check in. Free throw is good from Alex Ross. 22-9. 5:08 second quarter. Smelsley will bring it across half court. Gives it up to Thomas. Now to Lewis. Over to Hike. Mackey on the far wing. Back to Hike out high. Gives it to Mackey. Mackey feeds it off to Smelsley down near the low post. Gives it to Thomas back to Smelsley. Lewis in the lane. Kicks off. Hike up with a shot. Gets fouled and gets it in for two. Hike gets the basket and an and one opportunity. Kessler called for his second personal. So Kessler will come out and Ross will go in for him. Morton is going to check in as well for Moore. Hike's free throw is good. 22-12. Morton across the half-court line. Near side. Jensen back to Morton. Skips it over to Henry. Henry will try the open three. That one's going to miss. Long rebound. Tracked down by Jensen. Henry back to Jensen. Into the lane. Gilbert back out. Morton. He'll try a deep three. That one's going to miss. And double dribble called on Henry. Hiawatha crashing the boards, getting the rebounds. Getting some good second looks. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Get it to Lewis near side. Mackey off to Hike. Hike will come here to the near side. Hands off to Lewis. Thomas over to Mackey. Smelsley. Smelsley will drive down the lane. Up with a shot. Gets it to go and a foul. Smelsley gets it to go in an and one. This one charged to Alex Ross. His first, second team. Stephen Morgan will check it back into the game in place of Gilbert. And Smelsley gets the free throw. 22-15, 3:35 and counting. Press is applied by Nemaha Central. Cross half court. Saves it back into Stephen Morgan. Ross got double teamed here in front of us. Got out of it. Morton back to Jensen. Now to Morton in the corner. Morton up with a shot. Too strong. Rebound falls in the hands of Hike. Stephen Morgan overjumped it. Hike running the floor. Layup, miss. Follow up from Smelsley's good. And we have a 5-point game. 3 minutes to play till half. Morton off to Stephen Morgan. Up and underneath. Up with a shot. A foul, and it's good. Stephen Morgan with 10 points and an and one opportunity here. Foul charge number 33, Jack Mackey, his first. Second team. That's 24-17. Stephen Morgan misses the free throw. They give it to Mackey, feeding it down low, trying to find Smelsley, and Morton out jumps it and steals it away. Into the corner, Ross. Back out to Morton, back to Ross in the corner. Morton. Bring it back out high. Jensen swings it over to Henry. Down low to Stephen Morgan. Stephen Morgan with a shot. Couldn't get it to go. Morton grabs a loose ball. Stripped away by Thomas. Baseball pass up the floor, finds Lewis. Down to Thomas. He'll try a deep three. Front iron. That was just short. Stephen Morgan to the wing, now to Jensen. Stephen Morgan flips it out to Morton here in the near side. Down low, feeds it to Jensen. Shot up, blocked, but fouled. Mackey will be called for his second. Third team.
Foul number 33, Jack Mackey has his second, third team foul. To the line to shoot 2 for the Redhawks. Braylon Stephen Morgan.
Stephen Morgan gets the first one. Schuldeance, Haberkamp, Strothman, and Seitz check in. Mackey, Thomas, Lewis, and Hike come off the floor. Caleb Smelsley, the only one to stay on the floor for Nemaha Central. Second free throw, good from Stephen Morgan. Back to a 9-point lead. Minute 30 to go till half. Haberkamp, Seitz to Schuldeance. Back to Smelsley. Strothman in the lane, shot up, bounced around, couldn't get it to fall, tipped around, and loose ball grabbed by Henry. Morton goes to the other side. Jensen, skip pass. Shot up from Moore, good for 3. And now a 12-point lead. Thunder had it within 5. Now it's ballooned back out to 12, the biggest lead of the game for Hiawatha. Morton gets the steal. Nice pass off, follow up, and missed by Jensen, but Stephen Morgan there to follow as well to make sure it goes in. Schuldeance with the ball. Everybody standing around, not moving. Seitz to Smelsley. Smelsley in the lane. Up with a shot, missed. Couldn't get it to go. Stephen Morgan with the loose ball, off to Henry. 1 second, shots off in time, no good, and that's the end of the first half of play. Hiawatha leading 31-17. We will take a break, recognize our sponsors for SCTV. We'll be back with some halftime stats, start of the second half.
this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Germantown, Mavericks.
Mary Road.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics was totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies or with other people, and it's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion.
Friendships.
Pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
My name is Rich Vernon. I've been the sheriff for Nemaha County since 2006. I've actually been employed by the Nemaha County Sheriff's Office back since 1990. That puts me in my 30th year of law enforcement here in Nemaha County. Now, I grew up in this county. I'm a lifelong resident. I've lived in this county. I grew up in the 80s. There was a lot of alcohol consumption back then. I know a lot of parents look at it like we did it when we were kids, so why can't our kids do it? If you, as a parent, or your children actually allow people to come into your homes or on your lands and drink or consume alcohol or even possess it, then you could be held liable for this law. This law carries penalties up to a $1,000 fine, and it is a Class A misdemeanor, which can actually include jail time. I can tell you, after doing this for 30 years and spending those years pulling young men and young women out of ditches lifeless, that has changed my attitude towards alcohol and towards its consumption of minors greatly. And I hope and pray that anything you can do to keep that from happening in the future, you will do, and try to keep our young children alive. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. We're at halftime in this game between Nemaha Central and Hiawatha Redhawks. Redhawks leading 31-17, a 14-point lead over the Thunder. Scoring in this game, we'll get right to that. Here so far at halftime, we have 3 points for Alex Ross, 1 of 1 at the line. Carson Henry with 5, all coming in the first quarter on a field goal and a 3-ball. Ethan Morton with 2 points on a field goal first quarter. Leighton Moore with 3 points on 3-ball in the second quarter. Michael Jensen with 2 points on a field goal first quarter. And Braylon Siebenmorgan is the one that's been doing all the damage. A 6'6" junior has 14 points in the game, 3 field goals in each of the quarters, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Lane Kessler with 2 points as well, coming on a field goal in the first quarter. For Nemaha Central, Caleb Stroughton with 2 points, field goal first quarter. Carter Hike with 5 points, all coming in the second quarter on a pair of field goals and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Jack Mackey with 2 points, coming on a field goal in the first quarter. Caleb Smelsley with 8 a 3-ball in the first quarter, 2 field goals in the second, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Nemaha Central was down by 10 after the first quarter, 17-7, and they dropped down 4 more in the second quarter, being outscored 10-14. So the score now is 31-17. Fouls in this game, really fouling is not much of an issue. Very few fouls called. 6 total fouls called in the entire contest. 3 on Hiawatha, 3 on Nemaha Central. Lane Kessler with 2, Alex Ross with 1 for the Redhawks. Nemaha Central's Jack Mackey with 2, and Caleb Strothman with 1 for the Thunder. SCTV is kicking off a community partner donation drive to help upgrade our live stream equipment. For a $100 donation, you can support hometown streaming and help us to continue to improve broadcast quality. All $100 donors will receive their name on a thank you scroll at the end of every broadcast game in 2026. Donations can be sent to SCTV, P.O. Box 102, Seneca, Kansas 66538. List the name you'd like displayed on the memo line of your check. Every community partner makes a real impact. SCTV is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization, so donations are tax deductible, and all donations are definitely appreciated. Thunder will have the ball to start the second half. And a lot of ground to make up. Smelsley will run point for the Thunder. Get it into Haverkamp. Corner of the free throw line. Back to Smelsley here to the near side. Now Thomas, top of the key for 3. Good. A good start for Nemaha Central. Leighton Thomas hitting his first 3-ball of the game. Zone defense, a 3-2 defense into the corner. Henry. Out to Jensen. Back to Henry. They feed it down to Kessler. Stephen Morgan in the lane. Gets the easy dump in for 16 points now. Mackey down the lane, kicks out. Haverkamp off the Thomas. Goes over to Smelsley on the far wing. Now Hike. Hike. Dribble it out. Passes off to Thomas. Now to Haverkamp. They give it to Smelsley. Smelsley drives to the baseline, turns in the lane, kicks over the corner. Haverkamp will come in, up with a quick shot. Good. Off the glass for 2. (33-22). Morton gives it to Stephen Morgan. Stephen Morgan will take the easy 3 shot, and he hits it. Play down low, he can shoot it out high. And he's got 5 points here in the third quarter already, 19 in the game, and they're going to call Smelsley with the carry. Morton off to Stephen Morgan, down to the post. Kessler, battle for a loose ball and a jump ball call. Nice job by Thomas. Trying to come around and get the steal. Forces the jump ball call. It'll stay with Hiawatha. Into Kessler, off to Henry. Now Morton in the lane. Morton tries a pass down low to Stephen Morton, or Kessler. Kessler gets the ball. Is able to gather in the ball and get a shot up and draw a foul. Jackson Haverkamp called for his first team. Kessler gets the first one. Second free throw, hits front iron, and Haverkamp with the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor. Gives it to Smelsley. Now to Thomas, far wing. Back to Haverkamp. Comes to Hike. Hike, top of the key. Hike will drive down the lane. Gives it off to Mackey, who will pull up for the jumper. Good. Mackey with 4. Morton across half court. They'll feed it down low to Kessler. Now back to Henry. Henry will drive in. Floats the shot. And good for 2. They give it to Mackey. Low post. Comes around up underneath. Quick shot. Draws a foul. And gets it to go. Kessler's going to pick up number 3. His 3rd personal, first team. Gilbert will check in for Kessler. Drew Decimiers checks into the game for the first time for Jackson Haverkamp. Mackey's free throw is too strong. Henry off to Morton. Morton, Stephen Morgan gives it to Henry, near side. Henry, drive in, try to split defense, blocked away out of bounds by Smelsley. Stephen Morgan, fall away jumper is going to miss. Tip to Henry. Henry gets it out to Stephen Morgan. Goes to Morton. Morton driving. Has to kick it out. Jensen, he'll try the 3. Left him open and he hits it. Jensen with his first 3 ball of the game. 5 points. Hike, reverse layup. Couldn't get it to go. Mackey with a follow-up, good for 2. Morton drives, shot off the glass. And a foul call on Hike. Hike charged with his first, second team. Ethan Morton to the free throw line. Missed the first one. Moore checks into the game for Henry. And Morton's second free throw missed as well. Rebound, Decimiers off to Smelsley. Gives it up to Thomas. Comes to the near side to Hike. Now to Smelsley. Near side, close to the corner. Brings it back out. Decimiers, top the key. Decimiers going to get called for the carry. You let it bounce too high, and it was a carry. A timeout called by head coach John Thomas with 3:33 to go. Be a full timeout. Redhawks by 14. We'll be back.
Started when I was 21 years old. I started on a build table, one of the basic deals. And I worked my way up. Every time I felt like I was achieving something, Jim Cook, our owner, he recognized that. I moved up through the ranks. I'm now the production manager here. I've been doing that job for 10 to 12 years. I love ownership. I love the people I work with. It's kind of a big family. That's what the business is. So.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. 3:33 to play, third quarter. Hiawatha hanging tight to that 14-point lead, 42-28. I'd like to recognize some more sponsors. We got Life Care Center of Seneca, Nemaha Valley Community Hospital, Mitchell Appliance, First Heritage Bank, Shelter Insurance, and Seneca Dental. I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting us, helping bring local programming to the community. Redhawks with the ball. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third. Morton down to the baseline. Trying to come back underneath. Kicks it back off to Stephen Morgan. Stephen Morgan sends it over to Moore. Morton with a shot. Floats it. Good for two. Thomas. Is it to Mackey down the lane? Fouled and a good for two. Moore called for his first personal. Mackey with 8 points in the third quarter, 10 in the game. Free throw from Mackey is good. 44-31. Under three to go. Third quarter. Off to Stephen Morgan. Trying to turn around, goes down the lane, shot up, missed. Rebound pulled down by Smesley, swiped away. Mackey was able to grab it. Off to Scholiance, ahead. Strothman kicks back. Scholiance, open three in the corner. Good for three. Mason Scholiance. 10-point game. Morton drives, pulls up for the jumper, got it to go. Smelsley drives in, tries to go up with a shot, stripped away. And Smelsley called for the hold. His first. Third team. Smelsley just got the ball taken away from him, so he grabbed a hold and spun Moore around. Frustration, I'm sure. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Ross gets it to Morton. Morton with the ball. Morton drives to the corner, tries to go baseline. Called for the offensive foul. Ethan Morton picks up his first. Third team. Smelsley. Minute 33 and counting. Off to Mackey. Head down underneath this. Scholiance kicks out. Strothman for three. Back iron missed. Henry comes down with it. Double team. Gets it off to Morton. Morton pushing up the floor. Turns it around and comes back out. Near wing. Now drives back in. Into the lane. Shot up. Over the top of Mackey and good. Morton with 6 points in the third quarter. 8 in the game. Every time they needed an answer, Morton has been there for them. Smelsley. Up with a shot, couldn't slip it over. Draws the foul. Ethan Morton picks up his second, fourth team foul. Smelsley with 8 points in the game. Misses the first one. Sights. And Sights back into the game. Well, it's Thomas. Decimirs comes out. So you got Sights, Strothman, Smelsley, Scholiance, and Thomas on the floor. Second free throw is good from Caleb Smelsley. Under a minute to play, 48-35. Hiawatha leading by 13. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Passed it down low to Stephen Morgan. Knocked out of bounds. Off of Stephen Morgan, it'll go to Nemaha Central. Thunder get the ball. 46 seconds and counting. Shot clock still in play. Smelsley, Schultehans. Schultehans looks to drive, lost the ball, and it's taken away. 3-on-1. Shot up from Moore is good. 50-35. Smelsley brings it back out. 14 seconds of counting. Smelsley, drive, pulls up for the jumper, falling away, missed, rebound to Stephen Morgan, 3 seconds. He'll hoist it, and off the backboard, no good. That's the end of the third quarter. The Redhawks expand their lead by 1, to lead by 15, 50-35 with the final 8 coming at you next. You're watching SCTV.
My name is Michael Andrews. I am an MLT, a medical lab tech, and I've been working here for about a little over 10 years. It'd be a little more boring, honestly, working in a bigger hospital because you get stuck doing the same thing over and over again. Here we get a little bit of everything. It's just a great group of people to work with. We all get along really well, and just kind of being a part of a team with the same common goal.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Recognize some more sponsors. We have Crestview Nursing Home, Farm Bureau Insurance, Ag Partners, Community National Bank, Souther Building Supplies, and TFI Family Services. I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting us and helping bring local programming to the community. Looks like it'll be Nemaha Central ball to start the fourth quarter. Strothman, Haverkamp, Schultehans, Smelsley, and Seitz on the floor for Nemaha Central. Schultehans to Strothman. Now to Smelsley. Smelsley will drive in, pulls up for the jumper. Good for Caleb Smelsley. He's got 11. Henry. Has Ross come out to get it. Hands it off to Jensen. Now to Stephen Morgan to the corner. Shot up for 3. That one's going to miss. Long rebound grab by Stephen Morgan. He'll go down the lane. Blocked by Smelsley. Saved in and grabbed by Strothman. Strothman running the floor. Into the lane. Shot up, missed. Follow-up Seitz is fouled by number 4, Alex Ross. It'll be his second, first team. Jaden Seitz to the free throw line.
First team foul, 2 line to 2, shoot 2 for the Thunder, Jaden Seitz.
Seitz good on the first one.
Line at number 15, Ethan Morton, and number 52, Lane Kessler.
Kessler's back in. Morton, Henry, Moore, and Jensen on the floor for the Redhawks. Smelsley, Haverkamp, Seitz, Strothman, and Schultehans. Second free throw missed. Rebound Haverkamp. Hands off to Seitz. Seitz up and in. Oh, missed. Tipped again. Pulled down by Smelsley and in for 2. And now we got a 10-point game. Morton. Put it on the floor, kicks off to Jensen. Back to Morton. 6:35, 10 seconds on the shot clock. They give it to Moore. Now to Jensen. Morton set a pick. Haver and Smelsley trying to get through, knocks Morton to the floor. Smelsley charged with his second, first team. And the Kessler kicks to the corner, back around, out high to Morton. Morton throws it to the corner, and the shot in the corner from Moore is going to miss. Rebound, Haverkamp. Haverkamp off to Scholiance. Scholiance drives down the lane. Quick with a shot, good for 2. Mason Scholiance with 5. In an 8-point game. Morton off to Jensen, now to Moore. Back to Jensen. Out to Morton. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And an offensive foul called on on number 5, Henry. Carson Henry called for his first personal, second team. Thunder get the ball back. Strothman. Had it knocked away. Smelsley to pick it up. They feed it into Seitz. Seitz is down the lane. Lost it. Off his leg and out of bounds. Stephen Morgan coming back into the game for Moore. It looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Hiawatha. It'll be a full timeout with 5:23 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunder have knocked 7 points off the Red Hawk lead. That's within 8. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Nemaha Valley Motors has been proudly serving our Northeast Kansas community for over 5 decades. Come check out our great selection of vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and GMC trucks. Don't see what you're looking for? Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Don't forget about service. Our technicians are factory trained to handle any mechanical issues, including alignments. Come experience the difference here at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
Come be a part of our family.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. St. Mary's Church in St. Benedict, Kansas is having their Super Bowl Sunday lunch, serving homemade chili, chicken noodle soup, vegetable beef soup, relishes, and dessert. It'll be on the 28th of February from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Dine in or carry out. Free will offering. Everyone is welcome. Morton will bring it across half court. Leading by 8. Jensen to Morton. Back to Jensen. Into the corner, Henry. Now to Jensen. Jensen back to the corner. Henry to Jensen. Jensen crosses over. Kicks off to Henry. Now to Morton. Morton gets a shot off in time. Oh, and hits a 3 at the buzzer of the shot clock. Couldn't have gone any better for the Redhawks. Strothman with the ball. Down the lane, up with a shot, and a foul call on the Redhawks. We'll see who they charge this to. Going to call it on Henry, his second. Third team. Strothman will shoot 2. Short on the first one. Strothman usually shooting about 74% from the free throw line. Gets the second one to fall through. That's 3 points in the game. 10-point lead for the Redhawks. Stephen Morgan to Kessler. Out to Morton. And they're going to get Smelsley with the foul. He's trying to get that loose ball. Morton was able to get it under control. And Smelsley will pick up his third. Second team. Haverkamp comes out. Carter Hike checks back in. 4:14 and counting left to play in this game. Into Morton. Morton off to Stephen Morgan, now Henry. Henry gives it to Kessler. Jensen to Morton. Out of Jensen. Henry quickly fed down to Stephen Morgan in the lane, up with a shot, and he gets fouled. Let's see if they charge it to Mackey or if they charge. No, they're going to charge it to Smelsley. It'll be his fourth. Third team puts Stephen Morgan on the line. 2 of 3 from the charity stripe tonight. Swishes the first one, and he's got 20 points in the game. Second free throw, that one's going to miss. Rebound Smelsley. Up the far sideline. Off to Choliance. Choliance feeds it down to Smelsley on the low post. Smelsley in the lane, up with a shot, good. Smelsley with 6 points in the fourth quarter, 15 in the game. A 9-point lead for the Redhawks. Morton driving in, falls to the floor. They're going to call travel call. Looking for a foul call instead, but didn't get one. That could have been called. Smelsley to Hike. 3 minutes to play. Smelsley. Mackey's going to have to get out of the lane. He does. Okay, he was flirting with the 3-second call there. Strothman to Smelsley. Smelsley will drive. Pass back into the lane. Nice look, finding Mackey for 2. Mackey with 13 points. Timeout called by John Thomas. Be a 30-second, 54-47. 7-point lead for the Redhawks. 2:38 to play. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
National Bank is truly a locally owned bank. It was started 40 years ago by a group of approximately 15 families in this Nemaha County area. Their desire was to have and to start a new banking institution, and they did. CNB is truly committed to the area and remains very locally owned. So stop by and give us a chance to be your financial partner.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. A couple championship games coming at you, well, we won't have them, but they'll be played next after the completion of this game. The girls' game, they will be featuring Rock Creek taking on Hiawatha. And then following that game will be the boys' championship game of the Thunder Classic, in which St. Mary's will be playing Rock Creek. Morton with the ball. Morton beats his defender, kicks off to Jensen. They'll feed it down low to Kessler and taken away. Mackey able to deflect it away into the hands of Smelsley. Now the Thunder has to capitalize. Shot up good from Smelsley for 2. 8 points in the fourth quarter for Smelsley, 17 in the game. They're going to get Choliance with a foul. His first, fourth team. 54-49, 5-point lead for the Redhawks. They get it into Jensen. Cross half court. Jensen to the wing. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Off to Kessler. He'll give it off to Henry. Henry will drive baseline and had an easy lane for 2. Nobody dropped down to pick him up. Strothman in the lane. Goes up for the shot, draws the foul. Going to give it to Carson Henry, his third. Fourth team puts Caleb Strothman on the line, shooting 2. Good on the first one. Second free throw is good. Strothman gets them both. 56-51, minute 27 to play. Smelsley will come out. Haverkamp is in. They get it into Morton. Morton quickly up the floor. Back to Stephen Morgan. They're going to call a foul on Nemaha Central. Carter Hike called for his second. Fifth team places Stephen Morgan on the line. First free throw from Stephen Morgan is good. Smelsley checking back in. Haverkamp will come out. 57-51, second free throw from Stephen Morgan with 1:21 to play in this game. And misses the second one. Smelsley with the rebound. 2-possession game. Thunder need a quick score here. Off to Smelsley. And they're going to call Smelsley with the offensive foul, leading into Morton. And Smelsley will have fouled out of the game. His fifth personal. And Haverkamp checks back in. It looks like we're going to get a full timeout called by head coach Brady Jasper. 1:09 to go, 57-51. We'll be back.
Partners is a full-service agricultural cooperative owned by area farmers, residents, and businesses. And our team works every day to help contribute to their success, keeping profits in the communities we all call home. We continue to look for the right team members to grow successfully together through our core values of honesty, integrity, and teamwork. If you're looking for a career with great benefits and a focus on your future success, come join our team.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Recognize the last of our sponsors. We have United Methodist Church, Sailor Insurance, Water Conditioning of Seneca, Elk State Bank, and Rainbow Communications. I'd like to thank our sponsors for supporting us, helping bring local programming to the community. Hiawatha will have the ball. The 6-point lead and 1:09 to play. They throw it in. They get it into Stephen Morgan. They get it off to Henry. Henry. Off to Stephen Morgan. Stephen Morgan. Now they're going to call a reach-in foul. Haverkamp hoping to get a jump ball call. Haverkamp picks up his second. Stephen Morgan gets the first one. Second free throw. That one's going to miss. Rebound Mackey off to Hike. Hike drives. Looks to kick out. Strothman. He'll drive in. Mackey. He'll try a three. That one's going to miss. Rebound Morton. He wasn't the one you wanted to shoot a three, but needed to take one. Henry couldn't hang on. They're going to call travel on Henry. Couldn't keep it under control and turns it over. Matt Hike. Baseline, kicks out. Scholiance will try the three. Good from Mason Scholiance in the corner. He's got 8 points. Second three ball of the game, and it's 4-point lead now for Hiawatha. 58-54 with 24.9 on the clock. And we have a full timeout taken by Coach John Thomas. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
I'd like to congratulate Renee Keim and Autumn Feldkamp on their rankings they've received in 4A girls wrestling. Renee Keim is number 2 at the 105-pound class, and Autumn Keim is number 4 in the 135-pound weight class. Good couple of wrestlers there, and doing well. Best of luck to them for the rest of their season. Hiawatha with the ball. They get it into Morton. Lost it, and then they get a foul call. We'll call that on Scholiance, his first. Excuse me, his second. Check that. That'll put Ethan Morton on the line. He's got 11 points in the game. Morton misses the first one. Second free throw. That one's good. Hike. 18 seconds. Gets it off to Haverkamp. Mackey down the lane. Up with a shot for two. Missed. Couldn't get it to go. And we're going to get a jump ball call. Hiawatha's got the possession arrow. .9 to play. And now we've got a timeout taken by Hiawatha. It's going to be a full one with 9.9 to play. 59-54, 5-point lead for Hiawatha. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
There's a place where we all come together. A place where everyone knows your name and what the usual means to you. A place for conversations and for comfort. And the best biscuits and gravy in town. We know what it means to love a community, to be a part of a community, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. After today's game, they'll have Tuesday night off, if my calendar shows correctly. And then they'll be back home here for a game against Rossville. That'll be a week from today on the 30th. They throw it into Seaman Morgan. They had everybody up. And now Seaman Morgan comes down with the dunk. The throw down, and that's going to finish it, I believe, for Nemaha Central. Thunder turn it over here in front of us. As they inbound it, and they're going to run the clock out. And that's a win for Hiawatha as they claim the third place trophy here in the Thunder Classic with a 61-54 win over Nemaha Central. The Thunder trying to make it close here at the end in the fourth quarter, but just can't come up shy. They were down by 15 going into that fourth quarter. It's too much ground to make up. Scoring this game for the Redhawks, Alex Ross finishes with 3 points, 1 of 1 from the line. Carson Henry finishes with 9 points. Ethan Morton has 12 points in the game, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Leighton Moore with 5 points. Michael Jensen with 5. Braylon Siebenmorgan, leading his team in scoring, had 24 points on the evening, 5 of 9 from the charity stripe. Lane Kessler finishes the game with 3 points, and he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For Nemaha Central, Mason Schultinghatz, he finishes with 8 points on the evening. Jaden Sykes with 1 point, 1 of 2 at the line. Caleb Strassman finishes with 5. He was 3 of 4 free throw shooting. Leighton Thomas finishes with 3. Carter Hike had 5 points on the night, 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. Jackson Haverkamp with 2 points. Jack Mackey with 13 on the evening, and he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then leading his team in scoring, Caleb Smelsley had 17 points on the night, and he was 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Rossville will be on deck next for the Thunder next Friday, and girls game at 6, boys game to follow. They'll have Tuesday night off this week. The boys now 7-7 on the season. The girls are 10-5. I'm Mike Stahlbomber calling the game for you. Got Caleb Ridenauer with the production work, Billy O on the camera. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next ball game.